All right.
Hi everyone, we're here with Team Fresh Local Organic Programming, and the team members are
Natalie Williams from Indian Prairie Public Library.
Allison Sang from Algonquin Area Public Library. Tabitha Anderson from the Barrington Area Library.
Ariane Carey from the Niles Public Library.
Deidre Winterhalter from the Niles Public Library.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a few questions about your project. First up, where will you go from here with the project?
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas for the future growth of our project. So many ideas that we decided that the first step would be managing the site and getting each of us a specific role to play. So we each have specific roles that are supporting our site and getting the management of librarians sharing their ideas with us and shadowing each other and swapping their materials. So each of us are in charge of a different aspect to create that functionality and make it as smooth as possible to get as many librarians on board as possible. But in the future, we have a storehouse of big ideas that we would really like to implement, which include going to a conference and having like a giant shadowing opportunity. Also presenting the idea to local networking groups to have one giant network program where all of the Metro Chicago professional development members get together and we have one giant program where we teach each other and we can learn from each other. And a final idea, well, one of the many final ideas, I guess, is creating a storehouse or an inventory of all of the maker equipment materials thank you, available in the Metro Chicago area, so other librarians can find that information through our site.
Wow, that's very impressive, really. So what did you want your project to achieve? And the second part of that question is, do you think you succeeded with that?
So our goal from the very beginning was to create opportunities for programming librarians to get together and collaborate, to share their expertise, but more than that, to actually share materials and equipment, and to potentially swap programs so that we could multiply the number of programs and the variety of programs that each of our communities can provide. We feel that we've been very successful with our project because we have created this opportunity. We've created a website that all of the programming librarians in the area can come to and share their expertise on the blog, but they can also create posts where they can say, I have this equipment to share if anybody needs it, or I need this kind of equipment or technology. Does anybody have it that I can borrow? There is, like Tabitha said, the opportunity to shadow so we can learn from each other, so we can actually go and watch somebody else do a program so that we can learn how to do it, and also that we can do programs at each other's library and create swaps and share those. We're very excited about the product that we have created, and like Tabitha said too, we already have ideas of how we can expand it and create events based on the website that we've created to continue librarians' opportunities to collaborate.
Okay, so you started to answer this question already. Do you think your project can be used by any library anywhere? And I think the answer to that is yes, but I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about it.
So the format that our project took is this kind of marketplace, this digital marketplace where people can share their ideas and make these connections and see what's available. And any library anywhere could use this theme, this concept. It might not take the same form. It might be an email chain. It might be a listserv. It might be utilizing, a website that similar to ours. So it's kind of scalable for a smaller group to kind of throw out what they have and what they're able to share. And then if it goes, if it grows, then it definitely can scale larger. So yeah, we can use it.
So exciting. Okay, so now that you've done this with the benefit of hindsight, what would you change, if anything, about your original concept?
That's a good question. I had to think about it a lot because we got together to collaborate on fresh, local, organic programming, and we've basically achieved that. The only thing that we changed is we scaled it down a little bit because we realized that we had, a period of 9 months. But we're facilitating this exchange of ideas, and so it's hard for me to give a long enough answer to this question because it really kind of turned out how we wanted it. Yeah, the only thing that I would change based on feedback that I got when we presented at the ILA conference this past weekend would be what I had originally hoped would be to include some sort of lesson plans and educational standards in it so that school librarians might be able to take advantage of it. But I still think that is something that they're going to be able to use it regardless of whether we have that specific format or not in terms of like swapping materials.
Great, great. And my last question, everybody can relax a little bit. What were your top 3 resources?
When this all started, the 3 resources we kind of gravitated towards really helped us narrow in on our format and ideas for creating our site, because that was the thing that took us the longest to visualize and to create, was how we wanted to produce our site and make it so easy to connect and that anyone could go on and use. So we checked out ALA's Programming Librarian, and it's a great resource for us. We kind of modeled our share blog after their submission style. All the questions and all the information they asked, we used that because it made it really smooth for us, and then other librarians may be familiar with a similar format then. We also looked to the networking group in the Chicagoland area called Tinker. They have a blog where they provide program information about their meetings, and Tinker is a great resource where any librarian in the Chicago area can come to a meeting and learn about a program idea. So it's a physical format of our virtual marketplace. And so that was one way that was really good for us to learn from and create our site from. The other thing we did was we looked to past iLeaders. We went and looked at Robot Test Kitchen's site, and we also checked out Make It Your Library, and that gave us really great ideas for resources and program ideas and project ideas and things that people might want to see on our site to get started with.
Wow, that's great that former iLead people have inspired you.
Most
and helped you
definitely.
out. That's terrific. Well, that concludes all of my questions, and I want to thank you all for being such good contestants today.
Thank you, Alice.
All right, so
Thank
that
you.
was Team Fresh Local Organic Programming. Thank you.